Welcome to this week's Whole Wheat Costa. This is our 30th episode, and I said that we're going to have different content, so I figured something out this week. Like, I worked on it all week, and then Kev went ahead and didn't hold up his part of the bargain. He didn't get wired headphones.
You know what? I want to see when you sent me I feel like I was at work or something. And I kind of read it, and then I didn't think it was. You didn't explain the importance. I didn't know.
I told you for the podcast.
I guess.
Just put your phone away.
I was going to record some of this.
I don't care. Just put your phone away. Now we're gonna have our first guest ever on the podcast. I'm calling Nate from Colorado. Hey, what's up, buddy?
You know, man, living Colorado life. What's up?
Yeah, this is Nate, my first guest on my podcast ever.
Apparently, just JD's podcast now.
Yeah,
I was
Whole
unaware.
Wheat Costa.
Who else is there?
That's Kevin.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So how's Colorado treating you?
It's been all right. It's kind of warm this year. It sucks. There's no snow. I can't go snowboarding.
Yeah,
so.
We're getting our third nor'easter tonight in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm pretty over our snow. So
yeah, we had the snow here was so bad that our roof bent in at work, like a steel building.
Huh.
Yeah.
It wasn't so much snow. It was the driving wind with the snow. It was the nor'easter.
And then a bunch of trees broke down too. A tree fell. My neighbor, a tree fell on his truck, but just the branches, not the heavy part of the tree.
Yeah.
So that kind of sucked.
So I feel like our goal here, since we have approximately 5 listeners of our podcast after 30 episodes, is going to be get a new guest every week, and maybe they'll feel obligated to listen to an episode or two.
So you have training next week, Nate?
Yeah, I got some first aid thing for work. It's a huge headache. But yeah.
What I know, but for our listeners, like, what do you do for work?
So I work for the Colorado State Forest Service, which is basically what I do is I have a contract with the federal government doing research, going out to the middle of the woods and studying trees, health, and soil conditions, and other stuff like that.
And
do you have like a favorite tree? Like one that
What's
just
that?
we have a favorite tree, like one that you just like either you like how it grows or like you like how it looks, or like if like you had to plant a tree in your yard, what would you plant?
Oh man, well I couldn't plant it up here, but I like this tree. It's called a bald cypress. You'll see it in like New Orleans and stuff like that. It's a southern tree. It's pretty cool looking.
I'll look it up later.
I was thinking about maybe this October going back to New Orleans for the big 30th birthday.
Yeah, your 30th. Yeah, we should definitely look into doing that. That was pretty fun last time. So
this time
to go again.
This time I would definitely fly there because never drive again.
Yeah, the friggin' nightmare.
Did you guys pick up a hitchhiker or something?
Yeah. So
a question: did JD bang that hitchhiker? Because I always assumed he did, but he said he didn't.
No.
Didn't he do what?
Did JD bang that hitchhiker?
No.
Okay.
That didn't happen.
Actually,
I think that might have been the initial plan.
But she smelled horrible.
It quickly changed to no way.
Yeah. We went to a hotel because we were driving back, or we went to a motel. And so I drove by the dumpster and I go, all right, there you go. And she's like, what? I was like, you're not staying in the room. And then Nate was like, come on, she's staying with us.
Yeah, she stayed. Remember what she did though? The whole night. Oh my god.
Yeah, she went into.
I gave her the benefit of the doubt, and I just should not have done that. That was a bad move on my part. I should have been more. Yeah.
Yeah. She said she was gonna go take a shower.
Yeah.
And then she was in the bathroom. You didn't hear water running once for like what, 2 hours?
Huh.
Yeah.
And she came out and she nodded off, and I was like, I think she's on heroin.
Wow.
She definitely shot up in our friggin' hotel room.
Yeah.
At least you had a nice clean room to shoot up in. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's nice.
And then because it was
Yeah, that was too much.
because it was uh our room like is under our name, we got free breakfast, and then she like wandered into the free breakfast and started eating and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like my good, Samaritan move for like the decade. I'm not, no more of that.
Ever.
No more picking up hitchhikers. Never again. That's
Yeah.
sorry.
So I'm not nice to anyone. It always backfires like that.
Yeah, I've slowly am learning this. Yeah, just be a dick to everyone. That
People
works best.
people are terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think your stripper lover's still gonna be there?
Oh, I hope not. I hope she moved on and got her life together. Yeah, right.
Yeah, so we had like a small pack. Like when we went there, the first night when we got to New Orleans, we stopped at a bunch of other places too on the way down there because it was a road trip. And the first night we're like we should go get like lap dances, like private dances. And we were wondering whether or not we should do it or we should spend the money on the fan boat. And they had a genius compromise of we should spend it on the lap dances because we can come here like if we ever have families and take the families on the fan boat.
True.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a crazy trip, man. If we go again this year, I hope. Yeah, we need to get like our friends that never do anything crazy and just make them go nuts down there. I feel like it's not even that hard.
Yeah,
You just bring them.
I think I throw my bachelor party.
No, your bachelor party's next year.
Yeah, true. It is next year.
What's it called? The beers there, like the further you go down Bourbon Street, they go from like $9 for a giant beer, and then like as you get into the darker side of Bourbon Street, they're like $4, $3.
That's the place to be.
And you know what's disappointing about New Orleans? The beads don't work. That's a myth.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably the same. Probably if you go down to like the Mummers Day Parade, you probably could try the beads and it'll work sometimes.
Yeah. I think I saw one pair of boobs the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that lady was just like walking around without her top off. Like, she wasn't even like, yeah, it was just like, oh, that's her thing, I guess.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Dave, you're going to Denver this year with Dave.
Yeah, I'll see him when he comes in for a weekend or something. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I'm still pretty far from there. I mean, it takes 5 hours to get up there. So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I helped him book his room and flight and everything, and he got like a 3-bedroom like loft or something, like right in the middle of the city. It cost like $1,000 for just like
really.
him. Yeah.
That's how much he spent. I didn't tell me how much he spent. Jeez.
Yeah. I think the trip for 5 of us cost $2,000, and he spent $1,400 on just himself.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You think Dave will come on our podcast and he hates me?
No, he will not.
What if I just stay quiet till he's on and then I'll just jump? I'm here too. I'm here too.
Where are you gonna hide it? In my studio.
I mean, there's all this space.
I thought, I told him, like, why don't you just get a hotel room so it'll be cheaper? Like, man, $100,000 for a weekend.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So
Whatever, that's his money if he wants to do that.
all right. So yeah, I don't know what I want to do, but like last October we came for your 30th birthday to Denver, so I think this year like I should probably do something too, like put a little money away, like I don't know, go crazy somewhere.
Yeah, money, right? Yeah, where's that gonna come from?
No, I don't know.
Man, I just got totally like just rammed up the ass with the friggin' taxes, man, this year.
Yeah, I haven't
bullshit.
filed yet. It's gonna be bad. It's always bad. For me.
Yeah.
I just got a new job with salary, and like apparently I didn't fill out my form right or something, and I owe all this money now. It's like, come on, you can't.
Yeah. Dude, when you owe taxes, can you pay in installments or do they just make you?
Yeah, you can, but I just was like, I'm just gonna pay it off, whatever. I have the money. It's just I don't want to. It's like it doesn't feel right.
Yeah, yeah. What's good to do? I do it once every year because I owe money because with the two jobs I always end up owing money.
Yeah.
So you can pay quarterly for the next year, so you can like prepay.
Yeah.
That's a smart thing to do. But I always do it the first prepayment, then I
I
forget the rest.
shouldn't have owed anything. I somehow messed up the form, even though I did the same damn. It's like that withholding crap, and apparently I messed that up, and now I owe more. But I'll have to fix that. But then I was getting Obamacare, and I found out like they base it on your like yearly income. So like I made more money, but didn't tell them, I guess, and now I owe like the money for that, and it's like it.
I
Man, where's that universal health care, man? I need that shit.
it'll
This is
never
getting ridiculous.
it'll never happen.
No, probably not.
Yeah.
No,
but-
because if it happened, everybody and their brother that works for those companies is gonna get fired. So it'll be like
yeah.
a million people out on the streets looking for jobs.
True.
Yeah.
I guess
That's
I'd
a big thing.
probably have to work less hard if it was just universal healthcare. There would be a lot of expectations. Just, we'll see we'll see you 6 months from now. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I am Nate. I am finally leaving the country for once, in like a month. I think like a month today. I'm going to Canada.
Yeah. For what?
I'm going to the Niagara Falls. I'm going to Toronto. I already have like three different hotels set up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that should be fun. I'm going to
I'll just give
Cooperstown.
you a warning. It's Niagara Falls, like kind of a shit place, honestly. Last time I was there,
Yeah,
went there in college. It's like it's just a tourist trap, dude.
yeah. I
Sucks.
hear the other side, the Canadian side's much nicer.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'm not. I mean, the falls are cool. It's good for like to check them out. But the whole other part, yeah, it's just like, yeah, it's gift. It's the same like, it's the Jersey Shore gift shop routine thing where it's like everybody's got a store. It's the same exact crap, and
Yeah. Well, you
Yeah,
see the town. You see the town around it. The town around it is pretty much like the Atlantic City Boardwalk. They're like, we have an Ivor Hop and a Fuddruckers and like all this, like and like a Tilted Kilt. But like if you go up a couple miles, I'm staying a couple miles up past that, so I can go hiking, like the hiking area and all that. So avoid all that stuff.
okay.
I don't know. I think What is it like? We only have like another 10,000 years to see Niagara Falls before the road's away.
Oh,
I forget the number exactly.
Yeah, right.
good.
I guess.
Good thing I'm gonna die of a heart attack in the next 15 years,
Yeah.
so I should be all right.
Yeah. Now you're gonna die from like some poop thing. Definitely. Some poop related.
Yeah.
Just too much poop. Like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I just told Rachel about because we're driving to Niagara Falls. So I just told her about when we left for New Orleans. We made it across the bridge, and I was like, I gotta poop. And then like for the first 3 hours, I'm like, we gotta stop. I gotta poop. It's so like
Yeah. I was worried big time that I was like, man, this cannot continue. It's got to be like, you gotta figure out something.
After-
But, you got better. But
Yeah.
it was funny. I was like,
after we were an hour and a half, like mileage wise, we were an hour and a half past my house. It took 3 hours.
yeah.
I'm surprised. Like my stomach didn't explode after eating at the Waffle House.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those are gross. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that place.
That lady was terrible looking.
Ugh. It's sadly like ingrained in my head because it was so bad. It's like I've never seen anyone just a monster. She was gross. Like I feel bad saying that, but like man, she was like a rarity. You
Yeah.
don't see that type
See-
level of just I give up.
Like I think she's like one of the first transsexuals. She had like a beard, but like still
Yeah.
woman.
I don't know. Maybe it was. Who knows? It was. I couldn't tell what was going on. It was very not human-like. You know, like barely resembled a person. It was mostly like just like extra fat with some people inside.
Think she ate some of the people at the Waffle House.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, she like gets some crappy manager, just like All right, gonna have to eat this motherfucker today.
So, well,
Did I just curse on your podcast? I can't curse.
no,
so I
we curse all the time.
I never
All
curse.
right, good.
No, you're the biggest cursor here.
You're not a PG podcast.
Oh no, we have 1 or 2 listeners, so, so
They-
it's all right.
They seem fine with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Okay.
Yeah.
he seems not. There's not they.
It's probably like 2 listeners.
Yeah. So
You need to get some more listeners, dude. How you need to put some money into your podcast and get an ad or something somewhere.
advertise. I checked into it for an advertisement. You need at least 20,000 listeners.
Oh no, never.
Yeah. So, well, Nate, that's thanks for being our first guest. I'll call you later this week.
All right, man.
Thanks, buddy.
That's good.
See ya.
Yeah.
See ya.
All right. So that was Nate from Colorado, our first guest
Yeah, that was pretty nice.
on this 30th episode extravaganza.
Yeah. So I think that went well, but I think we should call Kelly.
Yeah, that was good. I like talking to Nate too. He was. I
Yeah.
think he was good on the podcast.
Yeah. We get like some pretty good people here.
He sounds like someone that would be on a podcast.
Yeah.
He's the right voice for it.
Oh, we could definitely talk to him about sports and stuff like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So I wonder if she'll pick up. That's so loud.
Unlikely.
So you only work this weekend?
Yeah, it sucked.
I saw that movie. Hey,
Hey, how you doing?
can you hear both of us?
I can.
You're the second guest on our podcast for our 30th episode.
Yeah, it's our 30th episode extravaganza.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I'm sure you listened to the other 29.
yeah,
I have.
yeah. I bet. So what did you do for your upcoming wedding this weekend?
I booked someone to do my makeup.
Yeah.
Yep.
What did you do for your bridesmaids?
I gave them each a gift, asking them to be in the wedding with a scratch-off, a tie-to-knot bracelet,
Real South Philly with a scratch off.
and bride tried hand sanitizer.
Whoa, hand sanitizer. You think they'll still have some in 2019?
Probably. They'll probably lose it. I'll use it again.
But it was Bride Tribe hand sanitizer.
Nice.
We looked in at least one store for that.
You know,
And then Allison, I included her and asked her to be the flower girl. So she had a bracelet like the girls, only with a flower on it, and a unicorn hand sanitizer.
so do you have to get her like a special dress, or is she wearing like the same dress as the bridesmaids?
No, she's going to wear a special dress.
Yeah,
She's going to be in white like me.
yeah. You know, Kev didn't do anything for his best man. Like he
Don't
didn't-
worry.
he
I'm
didn't-
getting there.
We'll,
He didn't
We'll
ask
get
me.
there.
It's 18 months away.
He didn't give me a bracelet. He wasn't like, here's where we're getting suits or whatever. Are we wearing tuxes? Like, I mean, you're obviously the boss of this.
Yeah, we had to wear tuxes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just showed you some ideas that I had for you guys, and he will be asking his men formally. We just have to hopefully find some more men to be in it.
Who else is it?
So it's you and Sam and
All right. I'm the best man regent.
the best man Regent
Yeah.
and I guess Kelly's brother and that's really all I got.
What
I'm
about
trying to recruit 2 more.
Carmen?
I mean, Carmen could. I mean, I feel like Carmen might have to be in it, but I'm still debating.
Well, is it? I mean, if it's kids' weekend, I don't know if we'll be able to make it.
True. She's trying to saddle me with her 2 gay friends as groomsmen.
No, but when they wear dresses, I don't know.
I don't know.
No, they wouldn't, but they are a great time, and Kevin don't know them that well, so you don't feel that comfortable. So I have to start making more dates.
Oh, no, play dates.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're they always have these parties at their house, so I sort of don't like them because I can never fucking go to their stuff. And then I keep saying oh, why don't we have them over for dinner? And Kelly's like, I don't know. And I'm like, they fucking eat dinner.
Yeah.
They could I'm sure they would love to come over and just hang out for an hour or two and talk. I don't know.
What? Well, Kevin is now like an expert on beer, so he can bring a nice 6-pack of beer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it sounds like Allie's our third guest.
Yeah, Allie's our third guest.
Yeah.
So I told Kev to get a pair of headphones so we can do this. We're doing it over speaker. It's all ghetto rig. So he almost ruined the podcast.
no.
So he didn't explain the importance of them. I looked at it briefly. He should have sent it to the group text if you wanted it to happen, because then Kelly would have seen it too.
Kelly would have just ignored it like
Well,
everything
true.
else.
Yeah, she'll just ignore everything both of
Yeah,
us say.
so I don't know about you and your bridesmaids, but me, Kevin, Sam are getting buff as shit
Yes.
for the wedding. We're gonna get tanned. You're gonna think 3 black men walked into your wedding. Like
So-
How
three,
tan we're gonna be.
I
Yeah.
did see the message, even though I didn't reply.
yeah. So it's gonna look like 3 Terry Cruises walking into your wedding.
Oh, nice, nice.
So since you've listened to all the other episodes, what are your favorite Whole Week costume moments through 30 episodes?
There's one you did get in trouble for the only 5 seconds that you listened to about sneakers.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
I don't know what could be my favorite.
There's too many moments to choose from.
Yeah, there's just so many.
Don't worry, Kel. My significant others never listened to an episode either.
Yeah.
Was it last week, or the week before, where the podcast just ended in mid?
I think it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago because my computer was like, I'm gonna update.
Had to update
That's
Microsoft
my-
Word.
That's my favorite one.
Oh, because it ended?
Yeah.
I feel like we talked about something real funny right after that before we noticed that it ended.
Yeah, I was like, it ended.
Yeah.
And we just kept going.
You guys missed the best part.
Yeah. So
Yep. You guys keep up the good work.
So I think you guys should postpone your wedding because, like, how am I going to celebrate my birthday if it's the same weekend?
Well, JD, we are not postponing because I don't know if you see my status, but I have the church, the whole, and the hashtag.
It's like our birthday present to you.
So,
Yeah.
but
We're taking you out drinking.
since
Yeah.
I'm part of the bridal party, like, I don't have to drive anywhere, right?
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Oh, then I don't care that there's a church, a hall, and everything else.
Yeah.
As long as I don't have to drive anywhere, like, I'm not like a regular guest, so like I feel kind of special. This is pretty
Exactly.
much my wedding.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is.
Yeah.
We'll add JD's birthday party real small in all
Yeah.
the invitations.
So if you guys need like an expert on getting married and then divorced, me and Kev got you covered.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Only Kevin wouldn't live to get divorced again, so that's cool.
It's true.
Yeah. And they would find a place to hide your body.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I already found it up the mountain.
Oh, well now you're telling thousands of listeners where you're gonna hide his
Yeah.
body.
You
Why-
5 guys, don't snitch on me.
why wouldn't you just like throw them on like a street corner in South Philly?
People wouldn't even notice. They would just walk over me.
They would throw soda cans at him.
No, this is a good spot I have.
Oh, okay. Because he dresses like a bum, so he'd fit right in.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like right now, I'm looking at him. One part of his T-shirt is tucked under his boob. Like there's a crease. Yeah.
I untucked it.
Yeah.
I was trying. There was a little padding there. It was good.
Is his face still swollen from the sinuses?
No, I think mine is. Oh, listen to this, and you guys will both be surprised at this because you guys know me. So I had I'm a little stuffed up from a cold, so I got like a cold symptoms on Thursday.
Yeah.
So Saturday night, I fell asleep at like 10, and then I had to wake up so I could drive Rachel to her parents' house at like 5:30. So I got home at like 5:45. I slept till 10:30, saw a movie, and then at 2:30 I slept all the way till 7, and then fell back asleep again at 8. So I slept like a good 25 hours straight.
That's what you need. I don't know. I used to
Yeah.
do that, and then I would be better like instantly.
Yeah. Usually I get up at like 5 every morning,
Yeah.
do stuff, and then I'm in bed by 9.
Yeah.
So I slept like a good 25 hours this weekend.
That's what you need.
That's pretty sweet.
That is sweet. Today's National Nap Day.
Every day's National Nap Day.
After this fucking time change weekend, I was so pissed because I worked, so that means I got 1 less hour of sleep. And then in the cafeteria, they only had little baby coffee cups. I was like, it's fucking time change weekend. Is this a joke?
You should have just gotten to work earlier. You've been good.
Yeah.
So congratulations on being our second guest, but we're gonna go right now.
Woo! All right.
Yeah.
Catch you guys later.
See ya.
See ya.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
So that's not half bad.
You know who a great future guest would be?
Who?
Michael Chester.
Uncle Chester.
When Nate was talking, he kind of reminded me like it's the same like slow sort of cadence as him, only he has a southern accent. So I feel like that's our third. That's potentially our third podcast guest.
But like, will he answer?
I don't know. I mean, I could tell him ahead of time.
Yeah.
Oh, it's weird that I can't hear myself now.
Oh yeah.
Now it's
No,
back-
I
it's back
put
to
I put
normal.
my headphones in so I know. Oh, so we're listening.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
I guess if I had headphones, I could hear myself.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I figured this out so we could have guests on.
I ordered the headphones though.
I know, and the splitter, so
And
we
the
have
splitter.
we can have a bunch of people on. So the movie I saw on Sunday was that movie Annihilation. Have you seen the previews for that?
Yeah.
Okay,
I had nothing.
so it's Natalie Portman movie,
All right,
and
I'm in.
it's this thing called the Shimmer, and it's like all about gene manipulation and all this other stuff. So the group of women, you're already out because it's a women-led movie, so you're out. But
Is the goal for them all to look like Natalie Portman? Because then it's fine.
huh?
Is the goal for them all to look like Natalie Portman? 'Cause then
No,
it's
but
fine.
at the end there's two Natalie Portmans.
All right.
Yeah. So anyway, there's it's single-handedly the scariest thing I've ever seen in a movie,
Really?
and I had 2 nightmares because of it.
Wow.
So there's so it's like gene rewriting and everything, just like an alien thing. So I can't really explain it. But there's like a bear with like boar tusks, and so it attacks one of the ladies. And like drags it off, right? Kills the lady and everything. Later on in the movie, the bear comes back, but you don't know it's the bear. You just hear that lady screaming like "Help me," and you hear her screaming and all this other stuff, and like that she was dead. Like we saw her dead, and the bear comes in. So when the bear roars or growls or whatever, it's her screaming like that scream. So like she's implanted into the bear.
Huh.
Because like
That's creepy.
you start figuring out like it's like throughout the movie they discover like the shimmer is like refracts genes, so like all the genes like mix and match and all this other stuff. So when the bear roars, it's a woman's like death screams.
Wow, that's so
And
weird.
it was like you have to see it to understand like you can understand what I'm saying, but you have to see it, and it like I almost had to walk out because it was the scariest thing. Like who thinks of that? That's
Well, I feel
crazy.
like any like body horror, like body manipulation stuff is always creepy because like you can sort of like picture in your head like what the implications are, like if it were you or something, you know.
Right. I couldn't even imagine like seeing that in real life.
Yeah.
Like when a bear roars, it's a woman's death screams.
You know what we should do to get the listener count up?
What?
Well, so we have guests like that, so we should, post it like normal, but then on like Facebook and Instagram and stuff, like post the link and like tag them in it.
Yeah,
So that way like their friends see it too.
we can do that. We
Yeah.
just need to get more guests.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what I mean, but even for today, I mean if we tag if we like, do a whole week cost of posting on Facebook and then you tag like Nate and Kelly in it, I mean that's like a few hundred people that potentially see it.
Right.
If even like 5% of them click on it, like that's significantly more people that have ever listened to our podcast.
Yeah. I mean, I think I can get bigger guests on.
Yeah,
I think we can work on Robert Frank.
maybe. I think we might need more than five listeners.
Yeah. Well, he lives in Jersey.
Yeah, he is local though.
Yeah, he lives up in North Jersey.
Maybe give him like a real real sob story about how we've been podcasting, how we're working on our gains. And
Yeah. Did you get my message? Did I send you that message about how Rachel's like, you're sick, you should just go
yeah,
home
it's
and go to
bullshit.
bed?
She's just jealous of your gains.
Well, she
She doesn't want other ladies checking out your gains.
she's in Dominican Republic right now on
Okay.
vacation, so like she couldn't yell at me,
Yeah.
and she'll never listen to this. I mean, she might and doesn't yell at me, but
Yeah.
yeah. So I was like, what do you think? I'm gonna lose gains?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel fine today, but yesterday was like real bad. Saturday was terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, even when I feel bad, I still, like, if it's a day I would go to the gym, I still like to go, even if I just, just work on a couple things. So you don't feel like, you don't feel like you lost anything, at least.
Because she started going to the gym with me, so I would
That's
go.
good.
I go in the morning, like I'll get up real early, and I go in the morning,
Yeah.
and I'll do like what I want to do,
Yeah.
and then I'll do more stuff with her.
Yeah.
So it's like I am doing 2-a-days. Some days, well, she only goes 3 days a week, so it's like those days I'm doing like 2-a-days.
Yeah.
But like I take it real easy, and she's like, "Oh, I'm so sore," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's good." And
Yeah.
she's like, "Oh, I don't want to work that. It hurt last time." I'm like, "Yeah, you're supposed to,"
No,
So
we really need to figure out how to get Kelly back to the gym because she, like, I don't know. She
she might listen to this episode because she's on it. So just
Yeah.
tread softly.
No, that's what I said. I mean, like, when we were going to the gym together before, I mean, she was like, within like 3 months, she'll take a whole different person. Like, I don't know, she like works hard enough there that, it's worth going essentially.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I haven't gone in a few days since I worked the weekend, so I didn't go Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's sort of my usual on the weekends I work.
That's pretty lame.
So I want to do.
Kev, I think after a 12-hour shift, you need like a 2-hour workout.
Yeah. Well, I did go. I've gone a couple times on the Sundays, but it's usually I'm usually like done. I don't know. Especially this week because I had the sinus infection. I felt like I was like getting stabbed under my eye.
Yeah, what is a lot like? It's crazy. I know a lot of people that just got sick over the weekend.
Well, I think the crazy weather changes, and the daylight savings time. So I mean, I don't know how much science we need to get rid of daylight savings time. I mean, it's insane. There's all these different studies. There's more suicides. There's more murders. There's more car accidents. It makes people's like mental illness worse.
But Kev, don't you know, we got to save the whale oil.
It's true.
We got to save the whale oil. That's
I think there was another study too. I forget if it was which direction we go in, but it actually, since society's pretty different than when they first implemented the time change thing, it overall actually costs us more money now and energy because people stay up later with like electric lights and stuff. So it actually hurts us.
Yeah, I think that and a lot of people say it the same way. They're like, just keep it in the fucking middle. Like,
Yeah.
just keep it one way, and that's it.
Yeah.
Because we're one of the few countries that actually do it.
Yeah, a lot of countries have gotten rid of it. I think some areas of the country have gotten rid of it now.
Yeah. Arizona did.
Florida's trying to vote to get rid of it, to just
Yeah.
stay on daylight savings time year round.
Yeah. And it's silly. It's
Yeah.
like, just get rid of the whole thing because it used to have a point. Now it doesn't have a point.
Yeah. Not only is it not helpful, but it's clearly scientifically detrimental. Like, I don't know what else we do with that. I mean, I guess there's a lot of things, but like on a national level that are clearly bad, like that have no positive effects, have all negative effects.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, like Sunday when I woke up, I went to bed at 10,
Yeah.
and I woke up at 4,
Yeah.
and I felt like shit.
Yeah.
And like 10 to 4, 10 to 5, that's pretty good for me. And like if I take a nap here and there, like on a weekend, but it was just like I felt like beaten shit. Like
Yeah.
that's what just that hour jump. Like, and I know it sounds silly, but it's not just me. It's a lot of people that
Yeah,
are
it's
like, "This is
everybody.
terrible."
Yeah, like some of Kelly's friends were over Saturday night, and like I had to get up for bed, and they're like were leaving around like a little after 10, and I was like, well, really, it's like 11:30 right now, so you guys are here pretty late.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It sucks. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Arizona doesn't do it.
Yeah, smart. But yeah. So speaking of things that don't make any sense,
Okay.
so my two topics I want to talk about this week.
Are you talking about Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Okay, so people can tune out. Just fast forward. We'll let you know where to fast forward to.
No, well, they're really media issues, and I've like alluded to some of this stuff before.
The media is terrible.
Yeah.
We watch news at work,
Yeah.
and I take a lunch by myself,
Yeah.
so I don't have to watch the news.
Well, that's the thing. So, and I've talked about this a few times before, but I have just a specific example to talk about. This idea that this and like as a Republican, I mean, I don't think there's any way you can deny that the media has a liberal slant, but like sometimes it's fine, sometimes it's not. But there are definitely, parts of the media that like are out to get Trump, which, I mean, I don't care. Like, I'm not defending Donald Trump. I don't care from that sake. But it's just really stupid because if you're out to get Donald Trump, that means that you don't want him to continue to be president. But by publishing bullshit stories, you almost ensure that he will continue to be president for 4 more years after the next election. And I just want to shake these fucking people to like get them to understand, because they clearly don't understand. There was this article, so it was in the New York Post. So it wasn't the New York Times, it wasn't the most reputable paper, but the New York Post is like a big newspaper still. It's like the equivalent of like our daily news essentially. And the story was essentially that this Fox News anchor cheated on his wife with somebody else that worked at Fox News, and they got divorced. And guess what? Last week, he had dinner with Donald Trump. Donald Trump had dinner with a philanderer. Like, that was literally in the second paragraph of this fucking story, was that Donald Trump had dinner with him. Like, that's insane.
If I wasn't home and I heard this, I would have left right now and gone home. I might actually leave, go to McDonald's, get a sandwich, and then come back, because that's ridiculous.
But it's just such a stupid story. And then, it turns out, and I mean, obviously this happens to some people. It turns out that they're still dating, like the guy and the girl, the other girl from Fox News. She was like a staffer on his show. And then they had 2 paragraphs about the sex abuse and all the controversy of Fox News, and then a little sentence. But none of that happened here. They actually just reported to their supervisors, and they decided on reassigning, on working on different parts of the studio. So, like, essentially the story is, this guy, we don't know anything about his personal life. For whatever reason, didn't work out with his wife. He ended up dating someone that he worked with. Happens to a ton of people. They went to management. They disclosed the relationship. It was all taken care of appropriately. Nothing really bad happened. I mean, this sucks. The relationship didn't work out, but nothing really bad happened. But it was like I was watching it on my phone, but it took me like 10 or 15 minutes to read it. It was a long fucking story about a nothing issue, because they could, in the second line, tie it to Donald Trump.
Well, did you ever see the article? And I don't know if this was satire or it was a real article. I think they sent it as a real article of Donald Trump being kind of a jerk, but like he was eating lunch with his staffers or something like that, and they made a big deal because he wanted 2 scoops of ice cream.
Oh no!
Yeah. They're like Donald Trump. He can't just eat what everybody else is eating. He wanted 2. Like, he wanted all these special things, and it's like, the man's, let alone the president, a billionaire. Yeah. He's going to be used to it. They're like, his diet's terrible. Why would you ever vote in a president that doesn't eat right? It's like, he wanted 2 scoops of ice cream instead of 1. Like, yeah. I think like, as a human being, you're allowed to pick what you want, Yeah,
well, and that's the issue. And my whole point of this is that when you constantly jam these bullshit articles down people's throat, then when Donald Trump really does something stupid or scary, or something that affects America, no one gives a shit. Like, I just feel like The Boy Who Cried Wolf should be like mandatory reading for today's news media, because they just don't fucking get it, and it like pisses me off.
Did you hear? Nah, he's gonna mess it up anyway. But did you hear about Donald Trump? Kim Jong-un is going to. He invited.
Did you know? Did you hear the one side of that story, that it's all bullshit?
Really?
So it's not exactly, but this is what happened.
All right, hold on, because what I read was he invited him because lower level staffers of both have always been talking, and now it's higher level staffers, and then Donald Trump pretty much said it's not going to happen until it happens. That's all he said.
So the story I read about it was that Donald Trump was meeting with an official from South Korea, and the South Korean official said, "Oh, Kim Jong-un wants to meet with you." And apparently the North Korean, ruler has always wanted to meet with one of the American presidents, like before Trump even. Right. But the stance of the American presidents, of the I guess whatever, that the group around him, has always been that they would not sort of officially acknowledge, North Korea and meet with them until North Korea made concrete concessions on like nuclear weapons.
Right.
But apparently Trump didn't know any, or at least supposedly according to the story, which this story I do believe.
Either Trump
Yeah.
didn't know it or didn't care.
Yeah.
Either's told like Trump's pretty much an either doesn't know something or doesn't care kind of guy.
Yeah, so apparently the way the story went is that when the South Korean official said to him, "Oh, Kim Jong-un wants to meet with you," Trump thought this was new news and was like, "Oh, he wants to meet with you. I'll totally meet with him. Tell everybody." And then they went and told everybody. And then later on, the rest of the White House staff was like, "Oh, just so you know, he always wanted to meet with you. Like that wasn't new news today.
Yeah.
You shouldn't actually meet with him because of these reasons."
Right. I think my personal opinion, they should meet. What's the worst that could happen?
No, I agree too.
Like they should meet, and maybe Kim Jong Un will go, all right, I see how it is. You know, like
I think they'll get along.
yeah,
I mean, don't you think they're going to get along?
they're human beings. They're both billionaires, and they're human beings, and yeah, I don't think Obama or like George Bush or Bill Clinton would have got along with North Korea, but I think Donald Trump.
That's the thing. It's
The-
gonna be his strength is getting along with these world despots because that's
Yeah.
kind of what he wants to be.
Yeah. He make let's put it this way. He made $1 billion deals before $1 billion deals were a thing.
Yeah.
And now he has to make another $1 billion deal.
Yeah.
And then if he can go if they're gonna go, you know what? We'll take down some of our nukes and like even if you could just get like if you could bring back that what's the nuclear clock or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Even if you could bring that from 2 minutes
Like
before
5
midnight
minutes?
to
Yeah.
5 minutes, like even if someone goes, wow, if these two could talk, maybe we could talk. Maybe like Palestine and Israel could talk. Maybe you know, anything could happen. Like if those two are on camera shaking hands
Yeah.
and nodding to each other, imagine what that could do.
yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah, I just don't see the point in not talking to him.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
It's almost like, why doesn't Dave just talk to you? You know?
Who can say? I don't know. Okay, that's what we're doing. So if Trump and Kim Jong Un meet and it works out well, we're gonna have Dave on the podcast as a guest.
I don't know if I could do that. I could go back to school, get an MBA,
Yeah.
work at Coke, become CEO, and sell Coke to Pepsi.
Yeah.
But I don't think I could get Dave on the podcast with you in the same room.
Just tell. Well, no, we'll call him. He won't even know.
No.
He'll just answer his phone. And you'll start talking,
Yeah.
and then in the middle, he'll be like, "Oh, I'm here too."
Yeah. That'll ruin my friendship with him.
I mean, he appears to be a little petty. So I mean, he
Yeah.
might not talk to you for the next 10 years.
You're pretty petty too, so.
But eventually, I'm not. I would talk to him right now. I've said
No,
this
you're
for
not
years.
Dave Petty. You're not Dave Petty, but you're petty on other things.
Yeah, I mean things that are appropriate to be petty on.
Yeah, but anything that has to do with South Philly, you're pretty much petty.
It's a terrible place. I mean, it has nothing to do with pettiness. It's just how it is.
There's so much trash on the ground.
Yeah, and that's just the people.
Yeah, but I mean, like, did I ever tell you the time that I went to the Italian Market Festival?
Yeah.
So I go to the Italian Market Festival and I park down on Oregon, and that's it starts on 9th and Washington.
Yeah.
So I park down on Oregon, like 9th and Oregon or whatever the cross streets are. So
Near Cookies.
Yeah, pretty much like down the street from Cookies. So this guy's walking down the street and he has an orange soda can. He drinks it and he just throws it on the ground with disregard to anything. And
Yeah,
like, I don't,
South Philly.
yeah, and I was like, no. And then like people were just like, you just see piles of trash, and I'm like, guys, this is your neighborhood. Stop throwing trash on the ground.
Yeah.
Like I know half the people there have DUIs, so I don't know why like they
Yeah, I
have
think
to
they
walk.
have to walk everywhere.
Yeah, they have to
so
walk
they clean
everywhere.
up.
Why wouldn't you want it to look nice? So I was pretty down in the dumps this week. Last week, I guess, whatever, because we had that nor'easter on Wednesday, and I was supposed to go. Like I want to go. It's in South Philly, my dad's favorite restaurant. I try to go every year, Dante and Luigi's, just to get like a meal there. But like, it was terrible. And then like Thursday I couldn't make it. Then like Friday I couldn't make it.
Oh, yeah, did you ever make it there?
No, and then now like it's almost like I don't know. It's almost like meaningless.
Oh, really? You could still go.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't go. You just couldn't go.
Yeah.
So. You could make whatever you usually get there at home.
No, I got a chicken parm sandwich. I walked to the pizza place. I got a chicken parm sandwich.
Okay.
So that was pretty good.
I mean, Kelly would say if only we just all moved to South Philly, then you could have walked right there.
Yeah. So I think my roommate's home, so hopefully they're quiet enough for 15 more minutes.
Yeah. So my other thing was sort of semi-related to that about like sort of bullshit.
Boy who cried wolf stuff.
Yeah. So we talked about this a little bit before, but just another specific example of it. So apparently, a female staffer on that Stranger Things show, like the big Netflix hit.
Right.
I mean, she just seems to be saying like people were mean to her, like, but she came out and had these tweets about how people like on set, like higher ups on set, were like mean to females on the set, and she ended up laying like a comment on her like Twitter, like named like the Duffer Brothers, like the showrunners,
Right.
as like some of the abusers, you know. But like there's no examples. Like apparently Netflix investigated it and like they didn't find anything to even talk about. I don't know, and you just wonder. I mean, who knows? I mean, maybe like it just sounds like people were dicks. Like I don't know. Like I'm like they work in I'm sure it's a stressful environment, like making a show,
Right.
you know, and like having a bunch of actors and they can do the same scenes over and over again. Like I work in a stressful job. Like sometimes we're like mean to each other,
Right.
and like we shouldn't be. Like that's unprofessional. Like there's times I'm definitely unprofessional at work, but like I would hope that no one I work with ever comes out and is like that I'm like abusive towards women or whatever. Like I don't know. Like sometimes you just like get hot headed in the middle, and like again, it's unprofessional. You shouldn't do it. But as human beings, you probably do it sometimes.
Well, like at work, a couple weeks ago, the one lady up front, like I wasn't clocked in. Like I was like, "Hey, how's it going?" Like, "Oh, I'm a fairly nice guy and everything." But sometimes I take my job like serious. Like, I need you to get this done. Like they want me to get something done, so I'm like, "You need to get this done." So like I'm pretty curt about everything.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Well, it's like nice to see you smile, like a different side of you." And I go, "Well, it's I'm not clocked in, so I don't know what you're talking about."
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, like, I don't know. Like, it just, I mean, I don't know, failing some sort of concrete example or something, like, it just feels like this girl, like, again, it was just maybe just a tense set, and maybe it's not a great atmosphere. You know, there's some, like, offices, and I'm sure, some, like, whatever place you work where sometimes people just don't mesh together well, and it's a little awkward or a little tense some of the time. Maybe it's like that there.
Right.
But it doesn't sound like anything, like, really bad happened. It just sounds like maybe it wasn't the best place to work, and because of that, she's basically like lumping these guys in together with like fucking like Matt Lauer and like fucking Weinberg that like pulled his dick out and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, they're essentially like getting like there's like all these stories out now about like how they like abuse women on their set and stuff.
Yeah.
And it doesn't sound like it's true at all. And it sounds like it's just, I mean, I think we've all worked with someone who's like the really sensitive person. And
Right.
like, and if you're like a good person, you sort of know not to joke with them in some ways because like, they're going to get their feelings hurt and stuff.
Yeah.
It sounds like she's just like a person that gets her feelings hurt.
Right.
And I mean, it's bad for her because I mean, if I were somebody else in the movie industry, I wouldn't hire her, to like, and have, risk somebody saying the same crazy shit about me. But it's just crazy, like potentially ruin someone's reputation and ruin someone's life because of a fucking tweet. Like it's ridiculous. Like if something happened, sure, but then like say what happened. Like don't just
Right.
give these vague like, oh, they were kind of mean to me. And I think the bigger implication of it is like by a year or two from now, like it's going to go back to worse than it was. Like there, this whole Me Too movement and stuff to try to like, get people to speak up against sexual assault and like, men that are abusive. Like bullshit like this, like it's the same thing as with the Trump thing. Like people like this who just whine when they get their feelings hurt are going to make it so that a year from now, when a girl really does get sexually assaulted, no one's going to give a fuck because they've heard 1,000 other stories that were bullshit. And it's another, like you're just hurting. Like you're hurting everything. I don't know. You're doing it wrong.
Yeah. So what you're saying is is it's another Boy Who Cried Wolf.
Yeah, I mean, it just really is. I mean, everyone just needs their moment and their attention, and they just get their fucking feelings hurt so easily. And like, if something really happened bad to you on this set that was really inappropriate, that wasn't just like someone was mean to you and you got your little feelings hurt, fucking tell us what it is. Don't make like a semi-anonymous tweet about it. I don't know. Like, that's just, it's just irresponsible. Like I hope they sue her for defamation.
That'd be great. That people have to start learning. Like, yeah, the Weinstein, like you said, the Weinstein thing, that's terrible. That's a
Yeah.
terrible guy. And like all the other stuff that came out right about that. But this does sound like, you know, you don't understand, like, people get tense at work. Like, it shouldn't happen, but you should understand, like, the business you're in. Any business, people get tense, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
You're there to put out a product, and that product's got to be perfect, or people don't buy that product.
yeah, like I said, maybe there's stuff we don't know. I don't know, but I mean, it doesn't seem like anyone's like looking into it anymore. Like, again, and you know, and I mean, who knows? I mean, I'm sure Netflix wants to protect their brand and stuff, but supposedly it was, you know, again, it was investigated, things went through the proper channels, and nothing was found. But yet, it's still out there as a story, and there's going to be people that don't watch this show because of this woman who we have no idea, you know, if anything actually happened. So, and it makes me crazy. I don't know. And again, I told you before, it makes me crazy as like a man. Like, I don't know what, like, am I going to get mad about something at work and say something to someone, and I'm going to get like,
You'll be in HR the next day?
yeah, I'm going to be in HR because like somebody didn't do their job and I said something to them. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I'm loud about everything. That's why, like, if I make a stink, everyone hears it. So there's no like, oh, well, he came in my office, said this. No, everyone's gonna know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So even if I get in trouble, they can't. No one's gonna twist my words.
Yeah. But it's just like, you don't even want to talk to people. Like, you know, like, I don't know. And like I said, I mean, and like, you see people that are inappropriate, and like, you sort of know who they are. And like, I don't know. I work with, I mean, not directly, but there's some like guys that I work with sometimes who like make me uncomfortable because I don't like how they treat the women that we work with.
Not Weird Doctor we talked about last week, right?
No, not yeah, none of the doctors I work with or anything. It's like a couple people that I sort of indirectly work with.
You know, I posted Weird Doctor last week, and it took like till Saturday to get on YouTube, and then today on iTunes.
I'd forgotten what that was about, actually. Yeah. But no, you know, and like you sort of know they are, and they make you uncomfortable, and like even as a guy, like seeing it. Well, I guess if you're like a not an asshole guy, like they make you uncomfortable too. But I don't know. But then you just, like I say, you just don't even know. Like what, you know, say, yeah. I mean, most people I work with wear scrubs, but then sometimes you don't. So like if somebody comes in dressed up, like, am I allowed to say they look nice that day, or is that like fucking sexual harassment? I don't know.
I think if there's a history of you being a creep, then yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, you also have to watch what you say because, like, sexually, anyway, because your fiance works a floor below you.
Well, true.
You know, so it won't take long to find her.
Yeah.
She's the one ignoring all my text messages,
Yeah.
or all the group messages.
Always.
Yeah.
Always. I mean, she doesn't have time to answer us, but whatever. It's fine. But anyway, that's all my rants and stuff.
All right. Well, you know, that's probably going to be it for this week's Whole Wheat Costa. So thanks for tuning in, and that's our 30th episode.